this is Jessica of Into the Warren. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber or visitor, welcome back. I have a few things to share with you today, very quickly, because today I'm doing a toddler birthday for my now 2-year-old. So family will be coming over, but I do have some time to kill, so I thought, why not share some things with you that I've been working on and introduce you to 2 new fall collection colors that will be added to my Etsy shop. So let's get started. The first thing I want to show you is what I worked on at the beginning of the week, and that is project bags for myself, because I don't know about you, but I have yarn everywhere all the time. Needles, stitch markers, everything gets tangled. I'm kind of a slob, so having project bags where I can put each project in its own bag, close it up, and they don't get all tangled together, and I know what is really helpful. And I'm not the best sewer in the world, but the project bags that I make are from a really awesome pattern from Indigo Bird, which I'll put in the description if you would like to purchase the pattern and make bags as well. But I have had a lot of comments asking me if I'm going to put project bags in my shop, and I'll think about it. I might do that. If I have time, maybe I'll work on some, but my main focus is always going to be yarn dyeing, but I might put a couple in the shop. We'll see. Also, I went to Joann Fabrics last week, and their fabric stock inventory was very low. I'm not sure if it's because of what's been going on in the world, but their shelves were very empty and the fabric choices were not great. So if I am going to make project bags, I might go to the Joann's super store that we have a little bit away from my house and see if they have a better selection. But I was not impressed by the fabric selection this week at Joann's. So here are some bags. The first one, so this is a Frida Kahlo fabric that I got from Joann's a long time ago, and it was just stored in my crafting bin because I was like, I don't know what to make with it, I just want it because it's Frida. But I will show you what it looks like. I made 2 bags in this fabric. One is a mini bag, and this bag is going to be dedicated to like socks and things like that. Inside I used this teal star pattern, and there is a pocket in here with Frida's face. I put pockets in all of my bags, even though the pattern doesn't have pockets except for in the large one, because I like to stick my needles in the pocket. So I added the pocket, and this is also smaller than the smallest size. And I also made this little frill at the top shorter, because when I pull these drawstrings closed, instead of trying to put my fingers here and open it up, I can just grab the sides and pull it open, but the top still keeps it inside. So I kind of like the pull side thing. Plus, if you had long needles, like if you worked on straight needles and they were very long, they could just stick out the side. So I made the frill a little bit shorter. And in here I just have the yarn that I dyed in the last video, and I balled it up, and it is ready to go to make the Mountain Mama. Oh, there's a birdie that came to visit me outside my window. I am all ready to make the Mountain Mama sock. I have my needles, but I haven't started it yet because I have way too many things going, too many projects already. So when I get some of those knocked out, I will start this, but it is ready to go. And I wanted to show you, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Practical Magic with Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman, and they're witches and they're sisters. It's an awesome, awesome movie from early 2000s maybe. And there's a website called Lady Moon Company, and they make Practical Magic enamel pins. And so I've been putting them on my bag. So this one says the Belladonna is in my bag. If you've seen the movie, you know what that means. So that bag, and then I'll show you the big bag. Also with the Frida fabric. So this is like a big sweater bag. Again, this is bigger than the biggest size of that pattern. So instead of a 12 by 12, this is a 18 by 18. And I put my other Practical Magic pin on that says Midnight Margaritas. And again, I made the frill a little bit shorter so I could pull it open this way. And I have two other fabrics in this. So the top is these gemstones, and then the inside is leftover Halloween fabric. I just used scrap fabric that I've had. It's just this Halloween fabric with the eyes, and they actually glow in the dark, which is pretty cool. And then there is a pocket in here as well that has the gemstones. So, and I just made a big old pocket in this one. And right now I have the start to a sweater that I'm working on that I haven't done much of, but I put all the skeins, all the hanks of yarn that the sweater needs in here. The sweater I'm working on is called Alanis, and I think I've showed you this before. It's not much. This is the hem of the sweater. The sweater's called Alanis, like Alanis Morissette, and it is a boxy sweater that has a pocket that has a contrasting color inside it. It's a pretty simple construction, but it has really pretty garter stitch patterning in it. And I started it, and I've been so focused on socks that I haven't worked on it much. Okay, the last bag that I made 3 bags on a Monday morning, is this bag. So this has like little flowers, and I used some leftover daisy fabric, and then it has, see, this one doesn't have the extra sides, and I just don't like how I have to open this one as much. I like the gap. And then it has leftover flower fabric. Inside is daisies and this blue for the pocket. And I believe this is the large size that you get in the pattern, so it's much smaller than the sweater sack. And I don't have anything in this yet, but anyway, so that's the bags that I made this week. And if you think that it's a good idea for me to add some project bags to my shop, please let me know and I will consider it. Maybe put a few up there once in a while. Okay, 3 bags. And then as far as projects are concerned, the most focused I've been has been on my Hermione Everyday Socks. And I am using my Into the Warren Claude's Lilies colorway, which looks like this. This is a very popular color. I have sold out of this color in both DK and fingering. Actually, I might have one fingering left. I'm not sure. This is fingering weight right here. But I know for sure the DK sold out, and I will dye more. I've just got a shipment of yarn that's just sitting there waiting, but with the birthday going on and family visiting, I'm not able to do some dyeing right now. But here is my Hermione's Everyday Sock, which is a free pattern on Ravelry, and it has, when you actually wear this sock and it stretches, you'll see this really cool texture on the leg of the sock and this pretty little cuff. But I really love how the colors are coming together. I'm about 12 rows, I believe, to the heel flap, and then I will work on the heel flap, and this will start to look more like a sock. It's been a little slow going, I guess, but I really like how it's looking. I like the color, and I am excited to get this sock done and work on the second one. But it's really cool to dye yarn and then work on a project and see what it looks like, you know, how it comes together. So this will be a nice sample for the shop once this pair of socks is done. And then that's it as far as work. I have a sleeve on my Frida raglan sweater that I just don't have the brain power to focus on. I need to wind one of the hanks for the other sleeve, and I've just been lazy. I don't like winding yarn. And so that's just sitting in a project bag. Oh, let me show you what the project bag looks like. Okay, I did not make this bag. I got this bag from Billy of the Crafty Floridian. I was watching one of her videos and she showed this bag, and I was in love as soon as I saw it because of the fabric on it. And it's a sweater sized bag, But look, it's the Ghastly fabric, and look at the girl with the scissors and her sewing machine, and there's a gentleman knitting over here, and on this side is the queen with her scissors and her thread. Oh my gosh, I love this bag, and I also love this little moth up here. The inside is black with a little blue pocket that has Billy's tag in it, and she has these drawstrings with these beautiful purple beads, and she even gave me this little stitch marker with a butterfly on it. I was so happy to get this in the mail. So I will link her channel below. I'm sure most of you have heard of the Crafty Floridian, but just in case you haven't, she's so nice and awesome. So this is where I store my sweater, and I'll show it to you one more time. So I've got to wind this hank, and I haven't. But it's really, I just have one sleeve, and that's it. And then this is done. But here's what it looks like again, in case you wanted to see it or missed it last time. Now, my goal was to make one sweater per month, so I'm going to try to finish this in the next 10 days so that I can stick to my one sweater per month, because June is almost over. I think it's because this sweater is a little more cropped than I wanted it to be. And sometimes when you make a project and it's not exactly how you envisioned it, you kind of lose motivation to finish it. Like, I wish I had made it longer, but it was like a question of how much yarn I had left, and it's hand dyed and I can't exactly copy it 100%. So I'm just gonna suck it up and make the other sleeve, and I know it'll be fine. I'm just a little bit of a perfectionist with my stuff, and if things don't go exactly the way I want them to, I get sad. So, but I know it'll be okay. Alright, so the next thing that I want to show you is last video, 2 videos ago, I showed you 2 colors for my fall collection. Those were Haunted and Pumpkin. So those were the first 2, and when I got my order in the other day, I made 2 more. So I'm gonna have 5 total, but I have 4 at the moment. So let me show you the other 2 I did. This one is called Potion. Let me unwind it so you can check it out. So here is Potion. It is a semi-solid greenish blue color with some like very light sections. The other color is Ghost. This is Bear Yarn with speckling. But I wanted it to have some of that color from Haunted and also some color from Pumpkin. So I've used some of the same dyes to mix to make this. I also wanted a lighter color to go with the darker colors. My goal is to make sure that all 5 of these yarns can work together to make a project. And I want them to, so I want to make sure there's contrast. I want to make sure there's a mix between solid and speckles. Green one back, and I'll show you what they look like together. The 5th color, Grim, is going to be a very dark color because none of these really are that dark. And so I want that contrast. And I'm still thinking about exactly how I want it to look, and I haven't 100% decided yet. I'm still envisioning it in my mind. But let me show you what these look like together. And there's some pictures on my Instagram, which I'll link in the description, with these photographed together. But here's what they look like together. And I think that they do go pretty well together. I wanted to mix traditional like Halloween and fall colors with some non-traditional fall and Halloween colors. So, you know, the green is a little bit different, but I think it gives it that pop that these colors need. And these will be in DK weight like these are, which is a weight 3. They will also be in fingering weight or weight 1. And I am going to be making mini skein sets. So that it'll be a set of 5 mini skeins that are 20 grams, and it'll be in DK and fingering, and these are 100% superwash merino, and the fingering is, I'm losing it, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. So they're great for socks or things that need a little more durability. But I am getting ready to make those mini skein sets. I've also been focused on packaging because I want, when you order yarn from me, I want you to feel excited. And I'm a graphic designer too, so I know that presentation is really important. So I have ordered a stamp with a logo, some stickers with my logo. I'm thinking about eco-friendly packaging, and I just want it to be a special surprise in the mail. So that's kind of what I've been working on in the last week. I'm pretty excited. I wish that I had more to show you as far as projects. I've been a little slow on the projects lately. But if you enjoy this video, if you want to keep up to date with what I've been doing in the yarn shop and projects, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. Please feel free to follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, which will be linked below. And I hope that you guys have a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.